This is something that totally irks me, is Sunday Morning by Jane Pauley. She's gonna speak the lies that were fed to my generation. My parents didn't really have like this option of college, or that I'm aware of. And so I'm now listening to her, and she's still perpetuating this failed ideal, fail agenda, fail everything. And the people like her that were responsible for planning for the next generation of youths and their success in their whatever they do of got somewhere in the world, have still failed. And not only have they failed, there are other circumstances that they allowed to grow in the middle of the already failing system. So this becomes like now an even bigger problem. So now I'm listening to the statistics that she decides to base her lie off of. And the lie that she says, or the statistics are, or the legend that she bases her her monologue off of, is that around 1940 something, only 5% went to college. That sounds about right. But then there's and then the next generation, 40% went to college. That would be probably around my generation. Well, that's interesting, because by my generation, only 40% went. And how many of them succeeded? Because I look around and 60% failure, what are you doing with those 60%? Is my question. What was the plan to take care of the 60% that were going to fail based on this lie that everybody was pushing in like the 1940s? Now, to that, they keep failing forward. And now the divide and everything is rearranged and getting worse. Because now there's things they're not even looking at.
Good morning. I'm Jane Pauley, and this is Sunday Morning. For generations of Americans, it's been conventional wisdom.
Conventional. The convent? Really? Okay, so where's the abbey? Because where I grew up, like, they didn't even talk about college. Like, college wasn't like an end game result that anybody spoke of. So that means that they were setting me up to be in the 60% failure category. What were their backup plans to help feed and clothe me and get me married properly? Just curious.
A college education is the key to success, the best path to a better job, home, and life. And
Those are the lies that they based some research grant off of in some civil unrest in the nobody gives a shit category that now has become an even bigger problem.
1940, less than 5% of us finished college. Today, that number is nearly 40%. But too often, along with a degree, comes sometimes staggering financial debt. Does college still deliver the American dream?
No. Did it ever?
Our David Pogue hits the books.
My question is, who holds these people accountable for all these false prophecies and false... I mean, like, they've destroyed the church, they destroyed communities, they destroyed the homes or the home life for children, they destroyed the future for the children, They lie to one another and say that if you go to college, that's the only way to get a house and success and all this other stuff. More lies. I heard somebody say go to college, so I went. Still failed at it, but I went, and that just proves that what they're saying and their advertising are all lies. So where's my compensation fund so I can actually have a life worth living? Just curious. Since they can go around and lie to everybody and mislead them, I thought there should be some responsibility for these false prophecies that they're directing people into. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken. It's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, boom 1361. There is some social responsibility at some point that if you have a 60% failure ratio at humanity, what are you doing with those 60%? How are you feeding them before you start sending American resources to like needy children elsewhere? Where is the hometown help before anything gets redistributed to care, to cart, or to take care of anyone else? I'm just curious. It's May 15th, 2022.